Hello everyone. I'm Courtney Killian and welcome to Easing and Preventing Migraines, a yogic toolkit. So just a little overview of what we'll do in this workshop today so you guys know where we're going. I'll talk for a little bit at first. We'll go through the 4 main phases of migraines. So there's 4 phases of this type of headache. And then we'll talk about the more common triggers and some natural remedies and things that you can do to help them. And then we'll move into a gentle yoga practice that will help for preventative. So stretching out, lengthening the neck muscles, bringing blood flow and circulation. And we'll take a short break. And then we'll do a walking meditation, which is great for drawing the energy and blood flow down to the feet. And then we have a full restorative practice. So the restorative practice is a great practice to do while you actually have a migraine. And then our first gentle practice will be things to do more on a regular basis for preventative. Okay? So just starting with migraine and the 4 phases. The first phase of a migraine is the prodromal. So what happens before the actual headache happens. In the prodromal phase, some things that you want to pay attention to. Often high thirst, so you can get very thirsty in this stage. Fatigue. You want to look at mood because it can swing either way. So if you have the mood swings down to very depressive or opposite, very excitable, anxious energy, those can be signs for a headache coming on. Excessive urination is another one, so going pee a lot. And then they've done a lot of studies and yawning is linked to migraines. So sleepiness and tiredness, but if you start yawning, that can be a signal that a migraine's coming on. So those are things in the prodromal phase. And the more we can pay attention to what's happening throughout the day, the more we have a chance to catch the migraine early, whether that's doing a preventative pose or taking something sooner before the terrible headache sets in. The next stage is aura, and aura can be the blindness in one eye, seeing different colored lights, the kind of rainbow things, or even hallucinations, actually seeing things. But in aura, we can also get numbness on the body, tingling of the skin, those kinds of symptoms. And during this phase, this is where things happen like aphasia, so trouble with finding words, confusion. Reading and writing can start to get more difficult, or expressing yourself. So those are things that are all associated with aura. Not every migraine sufferer gets the aura stage. It's about 30 to 40% who have that stage during the headache. The next is the actual attack. So the actual headache, and these are of course the symptoms of throbbing, pain in the jaw, neck, head, face, sinuses. A lot of times we mistake just sinus pressure, and it's actually related to a migraine headache. Generally, the headaches start above the eyes or behind them. And then during this phase, a lot of people often have nausea, dizziness, can throw up, and severe sensitivity to stimulus. So sound, light, smell, those kind of things are all heightened during the actual migraine attack phase. And then finally, the last phase is the postdromal. So once you've had the attack, it's not quite over yet. This is often known as the migraine hangover stage. And symptoms are kind of like a hangover. Often you're very sluggish, very fatigued, confusion is still setting in, and it can take a couple days to actually recover from the migraine attack itself. And sometimes those symptoms in the last phase can even be related to some of the medications that are prescribed for migraines. They kind of have lasting effects. So those are the 4 main stages.